We heard something happened to the Kursk.
We have the divers and the equipment. I implore you to accept our help.
They will try again! But trust me, they will!
Having Léa Seydoux and Mathias Schoenaerts in front of me, to me, made sense. It was like both they're fantastic actors and they're both super attractive and all of that, and really, really nice persons. So Mathias comes from a tradition of being spontaneous, wanting to be in the moment, wanting to embrace the moment. And I come from a tradition of preparing. I like preparation. And because he's such a generous, lovable man, he actually appears at my rehearsals and works with me, even though I think he might like the spontaneous moment better. And yet on top of that, he's amazing on set. He's like this animal who arrives and carries everyone through. It can be very difficult to make a movie, particularly if you're 18 people, stunt people, whoever, and a full film crew in water to here for months. It takes an enormous effort. And Mathias just pushes and carries everyone forward and finds solutions that always ring truthful. It's amazing, whatever he does, it rings truthful. And he's got this charisma with him that makes it all interesting as well. I want to talk about Léa Seydoux. I think what she did to this movie was so generous. She 100% opened herself up to this. She was so devoted, and she gave the most vulnerable sides of herself to the camera and to the crew and to me. I felt great trust from her. And it was a bit like working with a child, in the sense that she would often forget her lines or where to stand, but she would be absolutely 100% open. And that, I think, is why this character has ended up being quite heartbreaking. She's very truthful, very fragile, very vulnerable, and very, very honest. And I find that courageous of her, to be this honest in front of a camera. And then obviously there's Colin Firth, which he's amazing in the sense that here's a movie star, yet still he's not on drugs, he's always on time, he knows his lines, he's super humble, and he's even nervous about his performance, he's super engaged, and he's very, very, very good. I just love working with that guy. That I really enjoyed. He's kind of everything, which is rare. I thought that was amazing. Robert Rodat solely wrote the script. Well, I did add lines here and there. But yes, we worked on it together for more than a year and developed it into a film that I can say is a Thomas Vinterberg film, and not just a film, which is the only way I can do this. It's such hard work, it's such a challenge to make a movie, and to engage people is so difficult. And the only way you can do it is to make it your own. We had a wonderful, long journey in making this script into something that I really like and care for. Anthony Mandel, to me, represents many things. First of all, he's a very dear friend of mine, which means a lot. You spend years making a movie like this. As a cinematographer, he represents courage and closure with the actors, and yet still over the course of the last 10, 15 years, he's taken control of the big machinery of big Hollywood filmmaking. So he could bring both to this movie. He could bring he could bring down the borders between him and the actors and have this dance with them that he's very good at. He's almost got a psychic relation to what happens on screen in front of him. He knows before it happens, kind of thing. And yet still, he could swing around a huge crew and sink them into the water and swing orders to all departments and make sure it looked great and big.